What?
Hello, everybody. Deathrow93 here with...
Wait, who are we?
Gaba.
Shy.
Gaba Shy. What the
Yeah,
heck?
Shy.
Well, this is 0x09x.
Okay.
And Templar.
Trucks.
Alright, and we have better audio.
We have a new Blue Yeti.
Spam.
Courtesy of Balto McLeod.
Yes, thank you very much.
Don't press the damn button.
I'm away from the button.
No, that's bad.
So, in response, we're going to do
Let's
some
do him
blood.
anyways.
Blood.
Batman's not here, so you yell at him.
Oh, okay. Everything's his fault now.
Yeah.
Alright, so
practically.
as you see on the screen,
What do
I
I
don't know
want?
what to pick,
What do I
guys.
want? Shotgun,
Okay.
shotgun.
Marijuana.
Oh my lord.
Whoa.
Just start
Marijuana.
Jump up.
Whoa.
Wait, do I start with sword? Or we all have swords?
Some of us are zombies.
You
Ah!
have a lance. You're a lanceman.
I don't know what I am. I'm just. Oh my God! There's someone in here.
What the heck?
Oh, that was quick.
Don't scare me! Don't scare me!
Like in yellow.
Oh well. Now I can
Okay.
fly.
I'm. Okay.
Come and get some.
believe
Hey.
I can cheat you.
Oh,
Wait, what's
heck?
up?
You hit me.
Oh my God!
Did I actually hit you?
Someone did.
Whoa! There's someone. I see someone.
Who's the last man standing again?
I am.
It's a bit hard. This is.
I should stop doing that.
Screen's a bit small. But
Hey,
that's
Snoop,
okay.
your target.
Your mother's
You have a
screen is
target.
small. I mean, what?
No, I'm not. I'm stealth.
No, you have a target.
Shut up. You're not supposed to know.
You have a target.
Okay, where's my where?
Oh,
And
so
it seems like you're killing everyone.
Yeah. Okay. We need to be.
I do
Let's
kill.
be strategic. Surprise, Madman.
I'm just waiting. There's someone behind me. There's so many people. Actually, I know he's. I don't know if anybody's killed me yet. I'm not sure.
If anyone's...
Ooh, I accidentally did my booster way too soon.
I was like,
I'm actually not that good.
I was
at
doing
Halo,
it
so-
as I was going up, which caused me not to do anything.
I think it's well established. I'm very good at Halo because.
kids, when you camp, you
Kids.
camp hard.
Camp, and when you do, be hard. I
Yeah,
mean, camp hard.
Hey, your supplies.
I don't have my supplies. The Boy Scout stole it.
You be Girl Scouts?
No, that's the Green Berets.
The Green Berets. So you're supposed
Oh no, I didn't see that. I got you. That's because I was talking to you.
Holy crap.
Hey,
No.
perfect distraction.
Oh.
Shut up.
I was just wandering around being like,
Hey, those little girls, they hurt when they try to mug you.
ya.
That is true.
I can see
Those
ya.
Girl Scouts.
Don't
Oh,
make
yeah.
them mad.
Ah, crap.
I think I'm a zombie because I'm on sword
Nope.
now.
No.
Wait.
human.
Oh, I am.
Oh my God! You almost killed
Wait,
me.
who's that? Who's that?
It's me.
Okay, are we on team?
Calm down.
Yeah, there's a Zambi right behind you.
Oh, okay. Oh, Zambi. Zambi.
It's zombie.
Zambi.
It's a Zambi.
It's a Zambi.
Hey, where'd it go?
Zambi.
Zambi.
I probably just insulted so many culture.
That's racist to all people.
You really? You insulted Southerners? Oh my
I
God.
gotcha.
Okay, I killed
Okay,
somebody.
I'll give you
Jesse,
Oh my God.
Nice.
that was quick.
That was quick.
I say, hey.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that was.
Hey, look.
Bye.
Who cares? I'm still
Okay, so zombies have the sword.
I think I'll choose shotgun this time.
shotgun.
Dark Skeletor, it's me and you.
Oh, really? Okay, you know what? Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
Whoops!
wait,
I missed.
Whoa, what?
Wait, who's
I
I'm
hit
the
you.
last man standing.
Oh, that's
How
it.
did you-
Okay, so
Chinook,
You guys,
I am the godly
Chinook.
zombie.
Okay, so
What?
it means 0.
You
Okay.
try and get me.
viewers.
I'm in your spot.
Okay, I will.
And I,
the target.
hey,
you're the
I'm
viewer's
invisible.
scene.
Okay, I get it. Oh my God, I hear.
Now, how do you like?
What are you doing?
Awesome.
I'm dancing. That's what.
There we go.
Dancing zombie.
Zombie.
Guys, I gotta sneeze. It's like really bad
Do
right now.
it, do it,
No,
do it.
I will not sneeze.
Touch it, do it.
I
I want you to do it. Do it, do it.
No,
I got you.
I don't care.
damn you.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, I
Whoa.
forgot.
Dang
It
it.
didn't work.
Oh my God! It's
Whoa.
I fell. I fell.
So I've discovered something.
Ow!
Apparently,
Jerk.
Zero is a godly zombie.
I'm a manly, godly zombie boys. No touches.
I say. Have any of you guys ever played Time Splitters?
Oh, where's he going?
I guess that's a no.
I can't tell. What's he doing? No. Dang it.
I don't know who got that.
I don't care. You could die.
Chanu's wonderful dancing distracted me.
That was my wonderful dancing.
No, your wonderful dancer was into the wall.
Oh yeah, it was.
No, wait, I want this one.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're all shotguns.
Who cares?
Oh my god.
Hey.
Oh, am I?
Did I hit you?
Are
I'm
we
sorry.
on teams? I think
Mama,
we're on
no.
team.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Okay,
Please
we're
forgive
good.
me.
We're good.
Mama, no.
Yes, we're good.
You could go out there.
I'll go out and save and risk my life for you, Chinu.
Oh, I just hit the wall.
No, actually,
probably
I just
a bad
want you to go
idea.
out there and die.
Well, I was risking my life for you.
I just want you to go out
I
there
will
and die.
lay down my life for you.
What the heck? I
Miss
thought
me.
you got me.
On my pet.
No, like
what?
literally, I thought you had killed me.
my-
No, I
Mama, no.
swung. I
Wait,
swing.
how'd you swing?
Punch.
You have a shotgun.
Who cares? Shotgun in the
Guys,
face of justice.
Guys, I
Mama?
finally get this.
Mama?
I get this now.
Mommy?
Get this now,
I can
Gabba?
do this.
I finally have gotten what the point of this is. Okay.
To kill.
I miss. Why did I zoom?
Why?
Assume.
Wait, why'd you zoom with a shotgun?
Cause you need to zoom. I'm gonna kill you.
You just see. I'm gonna zoom up on Zero's screen. You're gonna see that.
I'm just gonna snipe you in the face.
Okay, who else is a human?
Me.
Okay, let's go up to the spot.
I'm a human.
I'm a human.
You're not.
We're all humans.
Yeah, we're all humans.
I'm not.
Hi, Mama.
Holy crap! I was just.
I'm the last man
Blowing
standing
apart.
again.
That's what she's.
Oh! Oh!
What?
Ow! Jerk.
Blown
Take my
apart. I mean, what?
shotgun.
And do what? No.
That sounds probably just.
I can't get
Blow me
you.
apart. Okay.
I'm confused.
Blow me
Whoa,
away.
no.
Blow me away.
It's even funny we're beneath the envision.
I say.
Dang it.
Oh, tied.
I won. It says victory in my screen. Hey, hey,
Hey!
Oh,
I couldn't
man.
see.
Oh,
that was fun.
Oh, dang. That was.
Who won?
Was that it?
Yeah, that was
that'd be
it.
it for
I
me.
won.
But
Mine said victory. Mine said
Okay,
victory.
guys. So,
It's just my screen.
Alright.
I hope you enjoyed our little bit of whoa. Oh, okay.
Damn it, hit the ball.
I hope. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Flood Mode and our new audio. If you liked it, thumbs up, share, subscribe, everything else. And so I'm DeathRunner93.
Oh, we're going with me next. I'll fight. I'm Xerex09X.
Dark Skulltrox.
yeah, but
And Baltimore McLeod.
And peace, guys.
Blue Yeti.